our players are in the lobby and they're already getting started with their picks and bans, so I guess I will go ahead and do that real quick. I'll skip the player intro for now, I'll just talk about them during warm-ups, so... Okay. A creature that seeks to escape Kanto only accelerates the velocity at which Kanto is coming to them. Oh god. That's even worse than I thought. Alright, Nebula's gonna ban Hidden 2. Alright. Fair enough. Average Hidden hater, banning out the Hidden 2. I think this is like one of the few times that Hidden 2 has actually been banned this weekend. Or this round. Because I feel like a lot of people actually did pick into it. Hard Rock 3 is gonna get banned. Looks like... looks like Nebula did not pay... Looks like Dama did not pay attention to what Nebula said on stream about getting 150k max on Hard Rock 3. Oh my god, you fell for it! Oh god. Alright. Okay, fans are taken care of. I will get rid of this shit on screen. Alright, cool. Nice. Dama actually just fell for it. Yikes. The context behind this is that in my Discord server on the tournament channel, Nebula pinged me saying, did anyone get over 350k on Hard Rock 3? So Dama probably saw that message and was like, oh shit, I better ban Hard Rock 3 against Nebula. Because he's asking if he can top score this. And turns out Nebula could not play the map. So it seems like we are going to get one warm-up from Dama. I think Nebula's waiving his warm-up, which is totally fine. We'll see what Dama cooks for us today in terms of warm-ups. Get a fucked up alt map in there, please. We want to see it. Alright, so I guess now we can talk about the players and who they are. I feel like Dama and Nebula are very, very closely matched in terms of skill at their peaks. Or at least from what I've seen. Dama is the all-rounder to end all all-rounders. He specializes in kind of the more control elements of Osu. So like the closely, like nothing like super long distance, but like the control elements. Like aim control, finger control is right up his alley. And he's going to be looking to pick things such as alt maps, or maybe like Noma 3 or maybe a DT3, which he did top score by a complete landslide last weekend versus Falcon, getting over 1 million on that, the 95% FC. So maps like that are definitely in his comfort zone. I feel like Nebula, on the other hand, I haven't really gleaned in what Nebula really specializes in. I do know that he's really good at Hard Rock, and he can definitely leverage that advantage against Dama, who is okay at Hard Rock. Definitely one of the top contenders on Hard Rock in the previous tournament, but since, of course, the skill level of this tournament has increased significantly, no longer one of the front runners on Hard Rock. Okay, I guess I didn't need to MP start. It looks like the Laser Tourney client does not know what map this is. I guess that will remain a mystery forever. It's apparently, Jumper by Capsule, which is the song, and the diff is insane. I don't know what star rating this is, or whatever, but let's see what Dama's got cooking for us. Another thing to note about these players is that while they are both all-rounders, Nebula is definitely more in form, I would say. In that he is definitely currently playing better than Dama. Despite Dama getting number 6 seed and Nebula getting number 7 seed, Nebula's performance in round 1, which was very close to Qualifier's difficulty, was actually much better than Dama. Like, Nebula got like top 4 or top 5 match cost depending on like what formula you use, while Dama was pretty firmly in the middle of the pack. So both these players definitely looking to outperform. Basically, whoever wins this match already outperformed their seed by at least one placing. And neither of them are going to want to go home. This is definitely going to be very contested as long as Dama can kind of, I don't know, find his footing here. I think one of the main things about Dama that's been off in this tournament is his aim. It definitely is not as consistent as it was in the previous tournament, where he just gets random aim misses or slider breaks on things that are even below his skill cap. Like we saw that in Grand Finals in the previous tournament with Dama. That it's like one misses, one slider breaks coming in at the worst possible moments, but it seems like it's happening to him a lot more here. And that definitely kind of showed in his match against Lesby in round 1, where he kind of just got combo gamed on everything. And once again, he's getting combo games on this map. On his own warm-up, which, I guess, get the nerves out. You know, that's what I always say, but I don't know, people who fumble in warm-ups tend to also fumble in match, which is the pattern of this tournament. I hope Dama can break that trend, but he's gonna have to prove the script wrong. And notably, the winner of this match goes on to fight Aoyan in round 3, which is finals weekend. So, I guess if you want the storyline of the Dama versus Aoyan rivalry to continue, then you cheer for Dama. But Nebula is looking to kind of put a stop to that. Nebula doesn't give a shit about your storylines or anything. He's just here to play the game and he's just here to win. Do not look at the score difference. Do not look at the score difference. I'm getting out of the screen right now. Okay, thank God the score's reset to 0. No one saw that. Absolutely not a single soul in chat thought anything in that warm-up. Okay. Alright, getting right into the match is Nebula is waving his warm-up, so Dama will go ahead and pick the first map. Alright, looks like Dama is... Okay, No Mod 3 is coming out first. Yep. Stick with your guns. Is probably the best strategy here. Just go with your comfort picks. Just go with what you know. Dama on an alt map, it's like peanut butter and jelly. But this tournament, he's been having a little bit of trouble keeping up that combo. We'll see if that curse can be broken on his favorite skill set, No Mod 3, the alt, the aim control, the precise flow aim. That is all Dama, but that is also kind of Nebula. Nebula has been putting up some decent scores on the No Mod 3s as well, I think, in my memory. But Dama definitely favored on this on paper, so we're going to see if he can leverage his advantage, or theoretical advantage, in the alt map to secure this point. But lots of tricky patterns here. No one, I think, has gotten above 500k on this for the week, so yeah, let me check. Okay, Star actually got over 500k on this, but everyone else kind of suffered. Alright, popping right into No Mod 3, the first map of this match. What did Nebula get on this versus Gozerian? Nebula got 332k, so Dama's going to be looking to beat that, but he does go down immediately, the first one to fall on the slow, easy section. Well, Nebula's going to see that and immediately take over the lead. Dama's accuracy, of course, on these alt maps, incredible, 98.7. But all that matters right now is the combo. Dama cannot be trailing combo against players who are just perfectly willing to combo game him on these types of picks. Trailing by 100 combo into the first Ki of the map. Will we see any breaks? No breaks from either player. Accuracies are equalized. Dama did drop a lot of hundreds on that alt pattern. Nebula still holding combo. But this space pattern over here claims so many combos in the previous matches, and Nebula will go down on the square. Dama holds. And Dama to the lead. As long as he can hold just a little bit longer, it'll be with him for now. Taking back the Act lead as well. Halfway point of the map. No one wants to break here, though. Lee can swing back in an instant if Dama goes down. But it looks like he is intent on breaking the script. Early breaks be damned. He's not going to break when it matters this time. Surely. Surely not. The 1.4% accuracy advantage and the clear combo advantage as well. Well, okay. I guess that oh my goodness! And Dama will go down on the next space pattern. Nebula will hold. The lead is 60k. Dama continues to miss. Not going to help out his case any. Now Nebula's in the driver's seat. Nebula claimed the Act lead, but he immediately breaks. Now the accuracies are the same. Combos are basically the same as well. Nebula will go down once again. That's advantage Dama. 40k lead out of that scuffle. Still plenty of time for Nebula to come back if Dama shows any other major mistakes. He cannot afford to chain miss anymore. And he doesn't on the next alt pattern. Nebula desperately trying to chase down the score. And he will receive some help. Dama will slider break, but is that enough? Nebula will immediately trade it out. I don't think there's enough time. Dama's taken back the combo lead. Both players constantly trading, but trading will only benefit the player in the lead right now. And Dama will close out the first pick of Nomad 3, picking to your comfort zone. It's a strategy that works. 438k, Dama getting the second highest score on Nomad 3 this weekend, only trailing Star. Dama. Dama. You are officially banned from Wish's Winter Wonderland 2024. No one saw Dama's combo. Anyway, it's Nebula's pick next. I think Nebula's angle is definitely going to be to pick into the mechanics. Dama has been struggling on mechanics basically this entire tournament, and play to what your opponent is inconsistent at and what you're good at. All right, Dama's going to take a timeout. Alright, so Nebula's going to pick the Bochi the Rock map. Bochi the Hard Rock, as some individuals in chat said in the previous match that this was picked. Once again, yeah, Nebula, I guess before picking into the mechanics, Nebula's going to get the Hard Rocks out of the way. Nebula definitely one of the best Hard Rock players in this tournament. And is going to leverage that advantage as much as he can versus Dama. And I guess we're waiting for Dama to come back from his hydration break. No one's watching this match because it's so late for East Coasters. It's tragic. I don't have Nell here to spam hydrate posture check at me like usual. It is truly so over. Okay, thanks for the hydrate, Sokai. Alright, Dama is back. And ready to rumble, I assume. You mean C rank. Okay, Dama's not super confident on this, but you know what? I believe in the Dama combo game to contest Nebula on this, but of course, all eyes are going to be on Nebula. He's going to be looking to try to exceed the top score. Never mind. Top scores on this are like 841k, 669k. Alright, you know what? Nebula, you've got a mountain to climb, but if anyone can do it, it's you. Right. We've got Bochi, the Hard Rock 1. Hard Rock, of course, the mod that flips everything vertically and makes the circles flying faster, makes the circles smaller. Everything is harder to hit. Everything's hard to get good accuracy on as well. See how our players fare on this. Once again, advantage to Nebula in the beginning, and overall advantage to Nebula, I would say, on this skill set. Once again, Dama's bag of tricks is endless, and if he's playing well, he'll be able to beat you even on your best skill set. But so far, the accuracy are kind of telling the whole story here. Nebula up at 97%, Dama immediately dropping down to 85%. Comfortability difference is on stark display here. Dama kind of hitting late on a lot of these notes. Nebula will drop some accuracy, but not enough to... Oh my goodness, but Nebula will break! Trade out with Dama though, 10% accuracy advantage is going to play. Advantage Nebula. And Dama will break again. If Dama can't get his accuracy up soon, then this might be out of reach very, very quickly. Especially on these hard rock maps. You fall behind on accuracy, there's not much score for you to build, even if you combo through a significant portion of the map. And Nebula's playing the accuracy game right now, and still gapping Dama in combo. Dama will go down on a slow section. I think that is actually going to be it. Dama's out of the running on this map unless he combos the whole thing and Nebula breaks like right now. But Nebula's not going to be intent to break. This is one of his best skill sets. It's flexing these hard rock skills. Precision expert. He will drop under the A rank threshold, but still has the combo. But I commentator's cursive immediately as I say that. The random slider break. Once again, I think it's too late. Dama just simply does not have the accuracy to contest. It looks like Dama's grave prophecy of getting a C rank on this map before the map started is actually coming true here. Well within the C rank threshold, meanwhile Nebula still over 90% on this. One of the better accuracies we've seen on this map on this weekend. And yeah, it's going to be all said and done here. Nebula's going to beat his previous match's score, I think. His previous score was a 281k. He will break the combo now, but 350k is definitely a marked improvement over the score that he put up last time. And improving his score to a B rank as well. Yeah, very impressive stuff coming out from Nebula. Dama just trailing behind basically that whole map. Did manage to muster a 223 combo, but that accuracy difference just tells the whole story. It's a 200k lead off of accuracy alone. But if Dama was going to lose any pick, it was going to be on the hard rocks, so Dama, I don't think is going to feel too bad about this. 1-1. Pick is back in his court. I'm expecting a DT3 to come out in short order, based on kind of last weekend's performances in his match against Falcon, and also just, skill set gap. Nomad 1. Oh. Interesting. So Dama is opting to pick... Dama is the one who's opting to pick the mechanics into Nebula. I was thinking it was going to be the other way around. Maybe he's also pretty comfortable on this Nomad 1. I feel like Dama's aim, like I said, Dama's aim in this tournament so far has not been up to his usual par. But maybe he's cooking something. Maybe he's practiced this map. Yeah, definitely would not expect Dama to pick such a map this early, but you know what? The players probably have a better grasp of their strategy than I do, so maybe Dama will shut me up and just FC this Nomad 1. You know what? Act Gap Alien again. Maybe that's the angle, honestly. He just wants to Act Gap Alien on this and get the #1 spot on the map. But his previous match against Falcon, he got 517k on this. A B rank, actually. Getting below 93% accuracy on this. And I'm not sure you can afford to put up a score like that against a player of Nebula's caliber unless you're really confident that Nebula just can't play this Nomad 1. Which Dama doesn't really have any information about. And he's gonna immediately go down. Yeah, again, I think this was definitely a mispick. Dama immediately down at 86%. OD9 really getting to him. OD of the map is how hard it is to get good accuracy on the map. And OD9 is above the standard of this star rating, which is OD8. So you're seeing Dama really struggle with the accuracy. Keeping up in combo, of course, but Nebula's still on the SS. And not looking to drop it anytime soon, as we get into yet another intense jump section. Alright, Nebula drops the SS, but still has 99.67% combo. Or not, FC, I mean. Dama gonna be looking to play the combo game, but with 87% accuracy. He needs Nebula to break right now. He needs help. He can't just keep up this combo gaming. His accuracy is this low. Nebula will drop down to 98%, but still on the FC, and that's all that matters right now. Dama climbing back up to 90%, trying to chase down that score with that early break and the early act deficit. But once again, Nebula needs to show a mistake. This act gap is too massive for combo alone to make up for it. But it looks like Nebula just, intentions his FC everything. Pick looking very grim for Dama. Gonna have to hope, basically just has to hope for a random Nomad 1 miss now. But he's the one who goes down instead, and I think that's just gonna be it. He simply does not have the accuracy to mount this comeback, and this was another wasted pick from Dama, I feel. This is not the angle that he can play in this tournament. When his aim is as inconsistent as it is, he cannot rely on aim mechanics to carry him through. Maybe he saw Nebula's performance on the previous week's DT1, but these jumps are not as fast as DT1. If he was going to go for the aim angle, he should have picked DT1 instead, I feel like. And just kind of left this open, but not picked it. And this is kind of like the pick strategy that's... pick strategy flaws that kind of also showed in his match versus Lesby. He picked Hidden 2 into the best reading player in the tournament and lost that map. And now he's picking aim into a player who is intent to act gap Alien on this for the weekend. And this is just not something that you can do in a tournament. You cannot hand your opponents free point like this. But Nebula will break it at the end, will not, in fact, take the top spot from Alien, unfortunately. But still, over 1,000 combo and more than enough to beat Dama, who really just made it yet another pick blunder in this map. Yeah, that's the first breakpoint going over the Nebula, and I feel like a breakpoint that could have been avoided. This is definitely, again, not the angle that you can afford to play against someone who is kind of in form in terms of every aspect of, like, their usual skill set. You have to pick to your comfort picks. I guess this would have been a comfort pick for Dama, but, like, again, in a tournament setting, he's already shown that he can't act this, and 521k is not quite enough to beat someone who is able to FC the map. Alright, let's see where Nebula goes. The good news is that Dama still has plenty of picks, and being the all-rounder that he is, can definitely steal some breakpoints back. But Nebula is going to be the one to pick the DT1. Interesting? Okay. I mean, I guess Nebula got 600k on DT1 against Nell, so maybe seeing that performance on... Yeah, maybe seeing that performance on No Mod 1 tipped Nebula off to maybe the strategy that he should be going for. Taking the aim after winning an aim map, just getting all the aim out of the way. It's probably a good idea. He still has the hard rocks in his pocket, so... What's so funny? What's so funny, Nebula? Something about what I said made him laugh, and I don't know what, and that scares me. But yeah, getting into this DC1. Already early act advantage coming out from Nebula. I think this was also played in Dama vs. Falcon? It wasn't. Okay. So Nebula is the one who has no information about Dama on this map. Both of them will trade breaks at the beginning. Not a trade that Dama can afford to make, especially on such an easy section. But yeah, I think Nebula kind of took all the information that he needed from No Mod 1. Dama doesn't need to have played this map for him to know that his pick was correct. And once again, Nebula is the one heading into the first Ki with the combo lead and the accuracy advantage, 99% versus 92%. Dama is simply getting aim-gapped in this match. It looks like it's going to be a quick 1-3 unless something happens very soon to change the tides of fate. But Dama just cannot aim, and that is going to be the difference maker. Nebula with the 99.4. Nebula's accuracy on these aim maps has been astounding, but he will go down, and Dama does hold. But Dama needs more help than that. It's currently a 140k lead, and Dama has shown that he will fall randomly on these aim sections. Plus the accuracy disadvantage is not going to do him any favors. Nebula, meanwhile, trying to chase down that combo. Doing everything that he can to continue keeping it out of Dama's reach. Lead has shrunk to about 120k, but that accuracy difference, man. Dude, just keeping him afloat. Dama needs to hope for another break from Nebula. That would be decisive. Again, this combo game on aim maps cannot keep happening. Nebula's only a little bit of combo behind in the grand scheme of things. Heading into the last Ki section, the last jump section of the map. Let's see who will fall here. Dama keeps dropping accuracy. The lead is still 100k in Nebula's favor. And Nebula's basically equalized the combo. Dama will go down, and that is going to seal it up. Aim consistency just not here for Dama in this tournament. I think that gave Nebula basically all the information that he needed to inform his picks. Dama trying to combo game. The combo game just did not happen. And that's going to be a quick 1-3. We will see if Dama continues to... I think Dama should go into the hiddens now. He needs to get back on the board. Nebula basically has one more free point with the Hard Rock 2 if Nebula's comfortable playing that. Gut Rune bans were Nebula banned Hidden 2 and Dama banned Hard Rock 3. Yep, Hidden 3 is coming out. The Hidden aim control and finger control. That makes sense. We saw some ridiculous scores on this week, this round, I guess, last weekend. Star almost FC'd with 900k, Zokai FC'd with 98.9%, I think. Or like very good accuracy at least. And of course, Nebula, known as not a hidden fan. Yeah, Nebula is not part of the council. He will not pick Hidden 2 every round. It's tragic. But yeah, I definitely think that Dama has the advantage here. Nebula, I think, got 300k on this in his match. Yeah, 300k against Gozerian. And Dama got 445k with an S rank, actually. Lots of slider breaks. So Dama definitely favored on paper on this, but again, we will see what happens. These two players definitely the most capable in this match of taking break points off the other player. But again, it's just the rust. I feel like Nebula's playing at form, and Dama is rusty, and I feel like that's making the difference when it comes to aim and combo consistency. So Dama really needs to bank on Nebula not being able to play this map or not improving his score from last week. But there we go, early act advantage going to Dama. He's going to need to keep control on this though. Any unfortunate slider breaks, and Nebula will, oh my goodness, not a slider break, but Dama will go down, aiming off that pattern too early. Now Nebula to the combo lead as well, or to the act lead as well, with the combo lead. Okay, it looks like Nebula learned his lesson on this. Like, the 300k versus Gozerian, I think, was just a very cleverly timed trap. Dama trailing behind. Still keeping things competitive. Nebula's gonna have to show a miss soon. Dama cannot afford to play from behind like this on all of his picks. For the storm. Next intense finger control section coming up here. Nebula will go down and Dama holds. Dama needs to continue holding for dear life here. It's dropping a ton of act, but the combo is intact and that's what matters right now. But because of that act deficit, he needs to hold just a little bit longer than he might be comfortable with. This is a relatively easy section of the map, so can look for Dama to build some free combo here, but Nebula will show another mistake though, breaking once again. Now that the combo lead is absolutely massive. But Nebula's still in the lead currently. Buzz sliders, both players getting through the buzz sliders, no one breaking there this time. Dama with the 700 combo, intent on beating his score from the previous match. And getting up there in the leaderboards. and keeping his tournament life alive. That act deficit will only make it so that Dama takes over the lead just now. But if he doesn't break soon, he will now run away with the combo advantage while Nebula is still in it. Oh my goodness. Dama will break! I don't think that was a break that Dama was able to afford. And Nebula sees what's happening. He knows he has a chance to make this back. There's not too much that's hard at the end of the map. The only thing between Nebula and taking this point are his own nerves. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to say anything in fear of cursing Nebula here. He will take back the lead. And we'll get 500k. And yet another breakpoint. Exactly what I said. These two players perfectly capable of taking breakpoints off each other. And looks like Nebula is coming out on top of a lot of these picks in this match. He'll break on the last slider, but it doesn't matter. Dama down 1-4. And Nebula looking to close this out. Yet another breakpoint. Things are looking scary for Dama here. For those of you cheering on the Dama vs. Aoyan rematch, it might not happen. Nebula, once again, does not care about your storylines. He will play the heel. And he will just combo through everything. And yeah. I mean, Nebula is going to pick the Hard Rock too. I feel like this is going to be another... This is going to be another free point for him. If all goes well. But once again, maybe Dama will flex those hidden precision skills and take this back in a freak upset, which honestly is going to be necessary for him to come back in this. Because down 2 breakpoints, you're going to have to win on... Yeah, you're going to have to win on 2 of your opponent's picks. Once again, Nebula heavily favored on the skill set. He's going to look to just push the score lead further in his favor. But he will be the first one to break, Dama with the 78% FC. But that aim is so shaky on Dama's side. And Nebula, of course, is chasing down that combo very quickly. And yeah, it was only a matter of time before Dama broke. And now, oh! But Nebula trades it out. Both players are going to constantly trade it. The act lead is going to play 5% in favor of Nebula. Climbing up to a 7% act lead now. Despite the small combo advantage that Dama has, doesn't matter. Accuracy is what's going to play here. But if Nebula shows another mistake, that could be what it takes. But I mean, come on, look at their fucking cursor movement. Who's going to be the first to break? It's obviously going to be Dama. It is very sad. But that is just the way of things. Grass grows, birds fly, and Nebula puts up ridiculous hard rock scores. I suppose. Not going to be quite the FC that Throne was on, but still, 300 combo and climbing going to be more than enough to beat Dama on this. Nebula is going to swiftly put this match to match point. Dama is back against the wall. Few unfortunate misses and, yeah, uninformed picks. And that's pretty much all it takes. Momentum's not in your favor. Your opponent can just kind of build build up a massive lead like this, and there's nothing that you can really do about it except try to consolidate when it matters the most. But now that the hard rocks are out of the way, Nebula doesn't have any more really free points, so to speak. Meanwhile, Dama still does have a chance on the hiddens, on the remaining hidden 1, and also on DT3, which, of course, he put up a ridiculous score on versus Falcon. I feel like if there's any pick that he is going to be comfortable on, it's going to be that DT3. But he goes for No Mod 4 instead, goes for the pack? Nebula almost FC'd this, didn't he? Oh, he got 678k. Dama not picking DT3 for some reason when his tournament life is on line. Okay. You know what, Dama? If you FC this map, you will officially shut me up. And that is your incentive for FCing this map. Yeah, Dama not going for hidden 1, not going for DT3, which I feel like are more secure picks. No Mod 5, I don't know how Nebula fares on giving No Mod 5s, but he also probably could have picked that. So still quite a few picks I felt like were theoretically in Dama's favor as long as he played well, but No Mod 4 is not one of them. This is yet another questionable pick from Dama. Maybe he's just not feeling it. And so he just wants to go with the no mods because he's able to play them tonight. But yeah, Nebula definitely has the advantage on this on paper. This is a very mechanics-focused tech map, and Nebula's not bad at tech. Almost FC'd the tech map in qualifiers. I don't know what Dama's doing. But hey, once again, if he FCs, he'll shut me up. And he doesn't. He will instead slider break on absolutely nothing. And Nebula's still with the SS. Dama, come on, Dama. You can't give up now. This is not an RNG map until the end. And Dama's missing on all the non-RNG parts. This is actual tragedy. I think it might be over already. Because the map doesn't get hard until after the break. And Nebula with the ACK lead and the combo lead going into it. And not looking to drop anytime soon. But yeah, as we approach the break, it's a 164k lead. Dama basically threw away 2 points to Nebula in this match, and in a tournament setting, you cannot do that. And absolutely not when you're on match points. Absolutely not when your only FC in the previous match was on a DT3 that a lot of people were uncomfortable on. That was probably the angle that he had to play, but Nebula will go down. Window of opportunity for Dama if he can combo through the rest of the map, but it's going to be an uphill battle. Nebula with a massive ACK lead. Maybe Dama's strategy of playing to the RNG will... No, never mind. It's over. Man, I hate to see this happen. We all hate to see this happen, but unfortunately, once again, picking mechanics when your opponent is in tourney form and you're not. And kind of just banking a lot of picks on that was definitely not the angle that Dama had to play in here. And while he could have taken this over Nebula had he combo gamed the entire way through, Nebula just intent to never give up the lead and will put a swift end to this match. Dama falling out of the tournament. 6-1 Nebula. Yeah. Unless Dama was like super uncomfortable on DT3 and Hidden 1 today, I feel like if he picked those maps instead of the no mods, then I think we could have had a much closer match. But once again, Nebula just too prepared on the no mods. And yeah, congratulations to Nebula for winning. As much as I talked about Dama, I feel like I don't want to undersell Nebula's performance in that match. He had some ridiculous scores. Almost FCing the No Mod 1, putting up yet another 600k on No Mod 4, beating Dama on a skill set that Dama was favored on the Hidden 3, and improving his score significantly from the previous weekend. There's a lot that Nebula can be proud of in that match going into the next match versus Aoyan, which will be played next weekend. Once again, Aoyan, one of the favorites to win this tournament, so Nebula has an uphill battle ahead of him. Definitely cannot leverage the hard rocks as well as he could against Dama, but I think if there's any mid-seed that has a chance, it's going to be Nebula on a good day. Because we all saw what he is capable of. He got top 5 match cost in round 1. And I don't know what match cost he's going to get this weekend, or in this round, but it's probably going to be up there as well. So, going to look forward to how he performs against Aoyan. But we thank Dama for playing once again. Coming out to this tournament despite being rusty, definitely appreciate the support on this tournament series, and definitely hope that you come back stronger. Yeah, thanks for playing, y'all. You versus Aoyan is on the next round's pool, which will be revealed on Sunday, or at least my Sunday. It might be like Monday for you, Monday midnight or something. But yeah, taking a look at the matches for round 3 finals weekend, we got Star versus Zokai in winners finals, Aoyan versus Nebula, and Lesby versus Throne in losers quarters. And in loser semis will be the 2 winners of this group. Yeah, not much to say here. I've been streaming for 3 hours now, so I will call it a night. Thank you all for watching, especially if you stuck around during the Pokemon section. I know there's not a lot of overlap between my 2 audiences, but I definitely appreciate you saying hi and coming in and saying hi, even when you're not particularly interested in the game that I'm playing. Suru Petan, Hidden 2 confirmed. How did you know? Okay. Well, good night, everyone. And I will see you on Sunday. I might stream tomorrow, honestly, depending on how bored I feel, but see you tomorrow. Since we do have a small audience, I will look for someone to raid. Hey! Cam Katsu is playing Pikmin 2. Let's go say hi to him. Yeah, good night, everyone. Raid messages, whatever you want to be. I am too tired to think of something clever. Wait, what did Summer say about Onyx earlier? Does someone have the Summer AVGN Onyx copy pasta? Ah, no one has it. Fine, this will be the raid messages, whatever. I'm not the GOAT, but thank you for the compliment, Nebula. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.